Oh, come, all ye faithful, joyful and triumphant. Oh, come ye to Markamania. Joyful and triumphant. This is Markamania. Saturday morning is Markamania. We're marking out on Markamania with everyone.
Doom, 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 doom.
Markamania. Markamania. We're marking out this Saturday morning. We're marking out on Markamania. Whoa, this is Markamania. Saturday morning, Markamania. Oh, they're marking out on Markamania with everyone.
Yeah,
Ooh, that was hot. Good job,
that's
Angel.
awesome,
Good
man.
job.
Thank you. Hola, hola, amigos, and welcome to the Markout Mania.
I was wishing I was wishing I had blonde curly hair, and blue eyeshadow on. That was hot. D. Snyder, Pedro, killing it. Good job, brother.
Oh my goodness, thank you.
Good morning, everybody. Mark out maybe on the Saturday. Double wide, double aces already in the house. Yo.
When Zeus, when you had like said that on the Twitter this week about the we're not going to take it. First thing I thought about because of the Christmas is the
Oh, come on, you faithful.
yeah their version of that. Have you heard it?
I haven't heard their version of that, but I know he wrote "We're not going to take it" to the tune of "Oh Come All You Faithful."
Oh, okay. Well, see, they have a version of "Oh Come All You Faithful" that's like a mashup of that, and yeah, we're not.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah,
I did not know that.
Definitely check that out.
That's cool. That's cool.
So what's up?
Double H is having sound problems. Come on, hon, get it together.
You know, and once again, we got to say, you know, we're very glad for the continued health of Jimmy Jam, James Sarno.
Oh, thank you, Zeus. I appreciate that. Thank you, brother.
We want continued happiness, you know, through the Christmas holidays.
So. Goddamn baboon heart is acting up. Yeah. But it's all good. It's all good. Thanks, Zeus. I appreciate the kind words, brother. I appreciate
that. Brings a whole new meaning to get booned.
There you go. Yeah, exactly. There you go.
Baboon and Giboon, the bounty hunters.
Yeah, there you go.
That would be great. Oh, and also, I think we should definitely give a shout out today to our other art buddy, Cross and Bean.
Yeah,
doing such great renditions of all of us.
All the
this week. Yeah, so
that was some great work by Bean, man. He killed it. He did good.
Yeah, and he's got those funny little. He has those funny little Bean comics too. Those are funny.
Yes. He gave me this Captain Picard bald head. I absolutely loved it. I was so tempted to shave my head just because of that picture.
yeah, you looked awesome. I was like, and you had two kinds of phasers.
Yeah, I had the old school and then had the next generation phasers. Yeah.
Double Y, double H. You haven't seen Boone? You have got to see Boone the Bounty Hunter. What do you mean?
Double Y, double H. What are you doing? Merry early Christmas.
It is one of the greatest movies of all time. You have got to see it. It's like Metropolis, freaking Casablanca, and then Boone the Bounty Hunter. It's top 3 all-time greatest movies ever.
Oh my God!
Double Y, double H. Go see Boone. It's an awesome flick. DVD on sale now at your favorite retailer.
Yeah, and it's on Amazon Prime. And
it's on Amazon Prime. That's right.
It's like it's everywhere. If you can't find it, there's something wrong.
It's on eBay, Amazon Prime. It's on YouTube TV. It's all over the place. You can find it. You can get it. Do it, double Y, double H.
I told Taya at WrestleCade, I said if Johnny ever makes a sequel to Boone, I said she should be in it like as his secretary and do nothing but talk Spanish speak Spanish really fast the entire movie.
That'd be kind of hot.
Yeah, like and no subtitles. Just have her just completely oblivious and just be awesome. And then like at the very end, she joins in the climactic fight, for the victory, and of course nobody thinks that she's going to do anything. It's like nobody has any idea she can fight or anything.
That's hot. That's a great idea, Zeus. Meep, what's up? Meep is in the chat hanging out. Yes, you got your Boone too, Meep? Good job, brother.
Oh, you got Boone in your wrestle crate. That's fucking awesome.
That is hot. That's hot. That's awesome.
Whoa.
Oh, somebody's calling.
Moshi Moshi.
Telefono suena. Okay.
Oh, it doesn't. Oh, man. I tell you, there's so many little things that, people can, kind of like, you end up, you can micropay for so much stuff, these days. It's nutty. I mean, it's like, there's, all these little things. And I mean, some people pay a lot for their phone and internet. And,
what?
I mean, it's like there's a lot of things just like, I hear it's like, it's like, somebody's got the network and they got New Japan World and they got this and they got that and then they got Netflix.
I'm in a full-fledged battle with Spectrum Cable right now. It's a steel cage match between me and them right now. I'm telling you. First of all, you don't even know how much I'm paying a month, okay? Pursuit.
I can imagine.
You don't even want to know how much I'm paying for month, number one. And two, I'm supposed to be getting 7 to 8 channels that I don't get at all. And it's a battle. And yeah, Zeus, you're absolutely right. Netflix, Hulu, Amazon Prime, all that shit. I got so many streaming services. I actually lose track of them.
Yeah,
I actually lose track of them. I'm like, shit, I was watching Mid-Atlantic Wrestling on the WWE Network earlier this week.
Oh, nice.
Old school shit, too. Old school shit.
Who was on there?
That's where Nikita Koloff was. He was the heel, and then Steve Flair was the face, and he was challenging Flair for the world title.
1985.
Yeah,
most likely.
84, 85. It was the timeline. Yeah.
The network is great for like.
Oh man, the network is amazing, man. Like everything. Because I was watching Mid South Wrestling. I was watching SMW, ECW, the Florida Championship Wrestling, all kinds of shit. Everything. I was loving it.
Like even
old school.
I know a lot of people are down on the WWE, which is understandable. WWE's main stuff is really bad.
The WWE absolutely blows, but the WWE network is great.
Yeah, I mean, just the amount of classic stuff you have access to. Is just
you can spend all day in the network. All day.
Could. I mean, you could literally.
You can have a Lex Luger marathon.
Yeah.
Yes. What? Shut the hell up.
Sorry, that was from me.
YYH wants me to sing Cherry Pie.
Oh.
Crank it up.
Okay.
Joe, go for it, bro.
She's my cherry pie. Cold drink of water, such a sweet surprise. Tastes so good, make a grown man cry. Sweet cherry pie. Oh, yeah, she's my cherry pie. Put a smile on your face, 10 miles wide. Looks so good, bring a tear to your eyes. Sweet cherry pie.
Yo, wow. Good job. Nice. I feel like I was in a concert right here. What's going on? That was kind of hot. Good job.
That's just, yeah, the network, yeah, for that stuff, I mean, just just such a large catalog of classic stuff you can watch, and then the NXT, the NXT UK stuff. I mean,
all the NXT takeovers. I mean, they got all the old school NWA pay per views.
oh
They
yeah,
got the Super Clash Street AWA. I was watching Global Wrestling Federation. I was watching Junkyard Dog in Mid South. That was awesome.
You know,
Oh man,
global was kind of like it's kind of a mixed bag because
it is.
you know, because like a lot of for me, like I remember watching it and saying, you know, it's like it felt, you know, like it felt weird because you know they did all that in the Sportatorium, you know, which was the home of World Class. You know, it's you know it was just you know and it was like you know it was like a new generation of stars and things. So it was kind of a you know it was kind of you know a different feel to it, and it was I didn't like it at first, but it eventually kind of grew on me because you know it just they were you just had to give them time to develop their stuff.
Oh yeah, definitely. It's interesting to see like the different storylines back then, and how they approach character development and stuff like that. And you know, and then I'll watch them in Atlantic, and I'll be like, "Wow, nobody can just." I mean, like nobody can touch Jim Crockett Promotions. And then you watch Smoky Mountain Wrestling, and you're like, "Oh shit!" You're like, "Here comes the origin of the gangsters." And then I'll watch Mid South, and you see JYD, and it's like so much good stuff, you know. AWA, Kurt Hennig when he was real young.
oh yeah.
You know, and the American Eagle, Scott Hall, the idiot. So it was, you know.
A quick shout out to Flooz in the chat room.
Flooz is in the house. What's going on, Flooz?
He wants me to sing a death metal version of Cherry Pie.
How about Punk Rock Metal by the Dead Milkman?
That's cool.
You want such a sweet surprise.
Be my cherry pie. Be my cherry pie. Be my cherry pie. Oh my god! I can't believe how bad this Godzilla movie is. I'm watching Godzilla versus Mega Gyrus. Oh, 8,000 mosquitoes are stinging Godzilla. I'm like, seriously? Really?
I remember when that movie came out. I got this set from Bandai that came with the vinyl figures for the Godzilla, the Mega Gyrus, and then like these little, sort of smaller versions of Mega Gyrus.
Yeah.
And I remember we couldn't get the movie for a long time here, and I remember getting a VCD, like a bootleg VCD.
Oh man, the VCDs are old school, yeah, Pedro.
It was like on 2 discs, and the person filmed it in the theaters, so it's like filmed from the theaters.
Bootleg.
It's like super bootleg. That's like the only copy I have of it. Still, I never bought a proper copy of the movie, but yeah,
VCD. I actually had Empire Strikes Back on VCD. That was hot.
Oh wow.
Yeah, you know that was a really weird monster because it was almost like a praying mantis and Mothra.
The giant mosquito. I mean, you know, it's a giant mosquito from space. I'm like, really?
Yeah.
You couldn't think of any other kind of new kaiju except for fucking mosquito. Brutal.
Yeah, it was. It was brutal. That was definitely not one of the.
No, and you know what? And you know what? Everybody gives me shit for crapping on it. I'm like, nah, it's not good. It's just not good.
Yeah, that was not good. But you know, it's kaiju Christmas.
Oh yeah,
oh yeah.
All day long, yeah. That's what I'm watching now.
I'm putting it on my TV now.
And they got Cloverfield playing tonight. That's hot.
You know, the first one was good in some ways, but you know, I just wanted to I wanted a better ending than that.
Yeah, it was a shit ending. It was.
I mean, it's like you
But it's a
spent
good
all
movie.
that time. You know, you spent all that time, and you know, I don't know what how you just kind of fade off into the background.
I disrespect the Godzilla flutes. I just don't like Mega Gyrus. That's a shitty fucking kaiju. I love Godzilla. Just a giant mosquito? Come on, man. No.
And
No.
and it's a terrible it's just a terrible movie all the way around.
Even the giant cockroach was better than Megalon. How we living?
I like Godzilla. I thought he looked pretty good.
Yeah,
Oh no, that's a good design. That's a good design.
He was a little long in the mouth,
and the eyes a little funny.
Is that movie? Is that the one where after they defeat the monster, they try to shoot this thing from outer space, like from a satellite, and Godzilla looks up and he shoots the fire at it while it's shooting down on him. It's supposed to teleport him or something.
Something like that. I think so. Something like that.
Okay.
Something like that.
There is a point in time I knew every single Godzilla film backwards and forwards, and I could tell you the whole win-loss record and all this kind of stuff.
He was the heel in this movie. He was the face in that one.
But now in 2018, I'm so many of them just have become jumbled in my head because I'm getting older. I'm like,
Speaking of Godzilla, guys, how about that? How about that King of the Monsters trailer?
Oh yeah,
that trailer is what? That trailer is ridiculous. Yeah, even the Mothra, it was awesome. I mean, everything about that trailer kicked ass. I know everybody's hyped for Avengers Endgame and Captain Marvel.
No.
And fucking Jason Momoa and Aquaman. No, I'm hyped for King of the Monsters.
Yes.
That's what I'm hyped for.
I will admit the Marvel movies, I've fallen out of interest with them as it's gone on, as the thing has gone on. But
I do want to see Captain Marvel because I was always a big Captain Marvel reader back in the day. So I want to see how they do it. But other than that, I'm just ready for King of the Monsters.
Yeah, that's what I want to see.
And why is there a giant mosquito larva on my TV? Get the hell out of here.
I got it on my TV too.
Yeah, brutal.
I forgot about them flooding that thing, and
Oh my God, Idris Elba is going to be Blade?
What?
Are you kidding me, Meef?
That's what Meef says, June 2019.
Oh, I definitely take it. No, I want Idris Elba to be James Bond. That's what I want.
I like that idea too, but I mean, he's saying that this is a go.
It's a done deal, Meef?
We need confirmation.
Yeah, please.
I'm looking.
Please, Zeus, check it. Yeah, because I would love to see Idris Elba Blade would be kind of badass.
He said he was asked if he would play it, and he said yes.
Now he's saying I'm being mean. He's only joking.
Oh,
Will
Zero.
Smith is the genie.
Zero is here.
Zero, what's going on, brother?
Yeah, Will Smith.
Elba said that Wesley killed it. He said nobody can do Blade better than Wesley Snipes.
I'll take that. He said, yeah. I mean, I love all the Blade movies. I mean, he killed it. He killed it.
Kevin Hart as Blade. That would be
Kevin Hart as Blade. That would be absolutely. I'll bite you in the ankles, man. No, that's horrible.
Oh my God.
I'm the Daywalker.
I'm the Daywalker. Get me out of this sun.
Also, YYH brought up the Gamera thing because I made her some Gamera art. I'm happy.
Yeah, that was beautiful.
I'm happy I made it to her
stuff.
safely.
So that was good stuff, man.
Well, what
Bean
else?
did one too.
Yeah, Bean did a full camera as well. He has a black and the pencil version, and then the color version on Instagram.
Because I even mentioned this on Twitter about those guys. I said I can see a giant-sized comic book in the near future with a lot of the artists here, all the lucha artists getting together. Zeus, Bean, Pedro, YYHH having a nice giant-sized comic. Who knows? Why not? Inked and colored everything. Whole storyline, heel faces. Why not?
Reading when we did the last week's show, how we had 2 weeks of prep for it.
Yeah.
So reading all those comics got me like into the mood to like draw like comic stuff again. And I've done like 3 chapters for something for next year. I don't know. We'll see how.
You know who got
it
me in
goes,
the mood to draw? Okay, Zeus. I haven't picked up a pen because I have heart issues, as you know, like like a lot of people know, and because I have a hard time, my fingertips, they go numb. So it's hard for me to grip a pencil and feel the pressure and stuff like that. But ever since Zeus came out with his stuff, man, I've been doodling and I went to the store and I got a whole bunch of shit. I got a whole bunch of shit that I haven't even opened yet.
Oh wow!
And, I got markers and inks and all that shit, and I have a whole bunch of colored pencils, but it's like ever since he's been doing it, I've been doodling and doodling and doodling. Yeah, so
awesome.
I'm getting there.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's just I think we all kind of help each other's creativity, and it's just it's just a lot of fun to draw and share. And
yeah, I miss it though.
Yeah,
I miss it. But yeah, I can see all of us doing a nice comic and stuff. It'd be kind of hot.
Yeah,
it would be kind of hot.
It'd be like something like fun and just be almost kind of like doing it about us. And then when we go to events and we interact with other people and stuff like that, you kind of add that in. We can have guest stars from other from the wrestling world in there.
I'll draw myself as a heel manager cardiologist. How about that?
Oh my god!
Hey,
I give people heart attacks instead of saving them.
The guy that wrote the Meg, Steve Alton, he put up this graphic thing, and I think it's pretty much accurate, but saying that the highest grossing monster films of all time, worldwide box office, Jurassic Park 1.6 billion. Jurassic World 2, 1.2 billion. Jurassic Park, just a little over 1 billion. Jurassic Park 2, 618 million. Kong Skull Island, 566 million. King Kong from 2005 was 550 million. And The Meg brought in $530 million.
Really? Wow. I like that movie. I think it was kind of cool, man. It's a great popcorn movie.
And that beat Godzilla 2014 just by about $1 million.
That's brutal.
Isn't that crazy?
How is Jason Statham battling a giant shark ever beat Godzilla?
Well, when
what
you
kind
spend,
of world do we live in?
You spend an hour and 40 minutes out of a 2-hour movie waiting for Godzilla to pop out of
that's true.
On the screen.
Yeah.
And then when Godzilla shows up, it's very dark.
Yeah.
It's very, very dark.
And he's fighting 2 jobbers.
Oh yeah, he was definitely fighting a couple of jobbers. That's for sure.
Yeah, he's fighting 2 jobbers.
The Mutos were not.
He was fighting the Moki brothers. Godzilla versus the Moki brothers. Oh, brutal.
But yeah, so the second one's been greenlit. They're saying it's gonna be 2020 for the Meg 2.
Oh, that's cool. Because I actually enjoyed the Meg. I thought it was cool.
I haven't seen it yet. I still haven't.
Oh,
It's good.
Pedro.
It's like for like a safe movie that you can kind of take, like a 12 or 13-year-old to, with
Right.
some good jump scares and stuff without a lot of blood and gore. I mean, it's hard to go wrong.
Jason Statham topless.
The YYH wants to know. YYH wants to know. Here's a question. We said we'd take questions.
Yeah,
He was
both
almost
of you
naked.
saw it. He's almost naked in the movie.
He's almost naked in the movie. The love interest, she catches him out of the shower. Body, his sweaty body steaming from a
You'll
hot
get
shower.
your nice thrills, YYH.
There you
if
go,
watch the
YYH.
movie.
He's almost naked.
He's almost naked and he's wet.
Yeah.
There you go, Bond.
He's almost naked and he's wet. There you go.
Yeah, and he's wet quite a bit in the movie. So
Yes, he is.
What?
Slobby bastard. Yes, he is.
Oh my god.
yeah, and like I said, it's interesting because, like I said, that the novel is so good. I mean, it's
I still haven't
fantastic.
read that. Yeah,
Oh, it's really good, and
I enjoyed the movie. I thought the movie was good. I
and
actually did.
and the second one, they can do so much more with it too. So I'm excited, but I got my ticket to AML Wrestling, the 4th anniversary.
Good job, Zeus.
Yeah, so I'm gonna get to see Bandito and Puma King.
Awesome.
That's hot.
Yeah,
Bandito signed with Ring of Honor, so I might get to see him next year. Actually,
and that's crazy.
It's going to be streamed on Fight TV, right, Zeus?
I don't know how they're going to do that. I'm sure we'll find out. I'm sure we'll find out beforehand, because it's one of their, it's their 4th anniversary. So
yeah, so it's got to be streamed somewhere.
Yeah. And George South. All right, here's something we missed, James, from WrestleCade. That all right. So at the last event, called the day after, Caleb Conley defended his AML title against Chase Owens and won the match.
Okay.
Well, somehow George South had gotten, like a title shot.
I was just watching him on Mid Atlantic.
Yeah. And he cashes in his title shot for Caleb Conley right then, and the Dawson brothers beat up Caleb, and George South became the new AML champion.
Oh my God! George South finally has a belt. He finally has a win.
Yeah, and so see, apparently Caleb had quit AML like very abruptly, and there was
so this was a shoot.
Well, like this was like a hurried thing to get the belt off of him, in a story, so that they could keep going without but apparently there's been there's been a little barbs thrown here and there by AML saying it's like we had faith in you when nobody else wanted you, and there's no loyalty. They didn't say anybody's name, but I mean everybody else is on in good standing with him. So and so apparently now he's going to come back for a loser leaves town match against George South at the 4th anniversary. So
they're actually going to keep the belt on South.
Apparently, yeah. And then here's something even weirder on top of all that. The belt got stolen. Like, legitimately, some asshole stole their fucking belt at that last event.
What idiots.
So they're on the lookout for that. And that's, it's like, but, and also
people have no respect, I swear.
Well, and, it's also kind of a weird timing thing, with Caleb leaving and everything. So I was just like, man, this is all really This is all really bizarre, But
It's creating buzz.
Yeah.
yeah, so there's that, and then they announced the ticket prices for the New Japan show in Charlotte, and those are it's like $90 for front row.
Oh wow!
Are you going?
Yeah, I don't know if I'll get a front row seat, but I'm definitely going to go as long as I can get a ticket. But that's probably going to sell out fast. I mean, it's only like 3,000 seats.
Angie's going to a New Japan show in January, I believe. Yeah. So
she's going to go to the Los Angeles one.
Yeah.
That's the day before the Charlotte show.
Really?
Yeah, they're going across the entire country. Yeah, they're going across the entire country and going to set up and do, Charlotte the day after Los Angeles, which is I think it's a logistical nightmare.
Yeah, it is a nightmare.
But I wonder if they're going to. I wonder if that Sunday, if that show. I don't know if that's an evening show or what for Los Angeles, but it's a Friday show.
I believe Angie was telling me it's an early afternoon show.
Okay, so they'll have time enough to.
Yeah, it's an early afternoon show. I don't know. I think it's actually either at 2 or 3 p.m., something like that.
Oh, so
yeah.
How we were talking about Bandito?
Yeah.
I was just looking at the Ring of Honor to see if they've updated anything on who's going to be on the shows coming up. They're saying Bandito is going to debut at the Atlanta and Concord, North Carolina shows for Ring of Honor.
I know, man. That's another one. It's like I wouldn't mind going to that Ring of Honor show in Concord too.
Oh well, I'm sorry.
It's like the week before. It's the week before the AML show.
Well, they have updated the Texas stuff a bit. So scheduled to appear, Ring of Honor World Champion Jay Lethal, Ring of Honor Tag Team Champions the Briscoes, Ring of Honor TV Champion Jeff Cobb, Women of Honor Champion Kelly Klein, Ring of Honor Six-Man Champions The Kingdom. Marty Skrull's going to be there.
That sounds like a pretty good card.
Brody King, Dalton Castle, Flip Gordon, Bandito, Mark Haskins, Kenny King, Shane Taylor, Silas Young, Jonathan Grisham. I want to see Jonathan Grisham. He's awesome. Have y'all watched him?
Yeah. He's Mr. Jordan Grace.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, some good stuff coming up, man.
Yeah, they had an unofficial wedding ceremony apparently like last year that Nikita Koloff married him.
Oh wow!
Yeah, after some matches one night.
Yeah, Tsuka Tavares.
Do you take this Jonathan Gresham? You may not recycle the bride.
It's not Zeus. You sound just like him. I was watching him cut a promo on Flair the other day because because I was watching the old school Mid Atlantic, and you sound just like he Flair. I mean, I don't even. Why did he go back? Like, what the hell did he say?
Uncle Ivan, bring me to this country to fight these Americans.
Yeah.
I
was like, what the hell is he saying? It was awesome. He was awesome. He was awesome.
He dove into that character.
He did. He owned it. He owned it.
And he learned Russian, and when I got an autographed picture from Nikita in 1988, I think it was 87, 88. I think it was 88. It's actually he actually signed Nikita Koloff in Russian.
Nice.
Yeah,
that's cool. That's actually pretty cool.
Yeah, because I asked a guy that I was going to college with. I was like. I think he signed his real name or something because, it's not. It starts with an H or something. He's like, well, that's the Russian N. I was like, no fucking way. And I showed him a picture. He's like, oh yeah, this is how you would write it in Russian.
That is so cool. He's awesome, man.
Yeah.
He's awesome.
Yeah, you know, I was surprised they signed PCO too.
Yeah.
For his maker. That was, you know, but maybe they got something interesting going on with that. So, you know, there's just, you know, there's.
I don't even
so
know
much
who's
going
leaving
on.
or who's staying anymore. Like, you know, because there's so many rumors of who's leaving, who's staying, Ring of Honor. You know, I'm out, I'm in, I don't know what I'm going to do. You know, I got a contract here, I got a contract there. You know, I don't know.
Well,
Like,
and they're saying that that Cody and the Bucks flat out turned down.
I heard it was
multi-million-
7 figures. I heard it was 7 figures.
Yeah, that there was a lot of money that they turned down from WWE. So
I heard it was 7 figures, man.
yeah,
That they must be serious about that elite thing, the all elite wrestling.
Yeah.
What do I do with my autographs? I have an old scrapbook, and I have a bunch of stuff for a new scrapbook, and actually I got like pretty much all of it is like set aside right now because like I still go through it and look at all this stuff, but yeah, I it's almost kind of mind-boggling how much like wrestling autograph stuff I've picked up over the last 3 years versus like before, back in the 80s and early 90s, you hardly ever got the chance to get autographs from people. I mean, you really had to hunt them down, and I mean there wasn't wrestling conventions and things, and there would
never meet and greets. There would never know that.
It was
shit.
rare, but like when I met Nikita, like it was like I said, it was 1988, and I think he was in between. He was in between contracts, and it was a Ford dealership in Winston that had them. He had Nikita out. They had the Rock and Roll Express and somebody else, and it was just a thing where and I was like, I think I paid $10 for that in 1988. That's not nothing to sneeze at.
No. Yeah.
For that autograph photo, and I think he was also taking pictures with people too, but I don't remember why I didn't get my photo taken with him. But
well, it was so funny because I used to go to old school WWE shows in the Garden, and you would never get the chance to meet any of them because it was so distant from you, all the guards and the railing. I didn't collect an autograph until my very first ECW show, where like everybody mingled all together after the show. Everybody was just hanging out. I mean, that was before it got really big, though, But like like everybody was just hanging out and all being drunk and stupid. Yeah, you know what? Here, you know what? Because I'll sign your chest, I'll sign your thing, I'll sign your hat. Because I was trying to get my beer can signed. No, yeah, I was like, I'd be cool to get a big can of beer, signed by the Sandman. I mean, he was signing all kinds of shit, and that's when I started seeing like all the accessibility by these wrestlers. But now you can go to, all you gotta do is look at what you did just at WrestleCade. I mean, that was a smorgasbord. I mean, that was heaven right there,
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, it's, and when you talk about where things are happening in other places, I mean, it's like it's almost is like getting to be like some of the like a territorial revival in a way because like MLW has got Florida locked down, and they're AML WrestleCade in the Carolinas, and I mean there's different it's interesting how it's we're kind of in this big kind of a big growth era right now.
Mm-hmm.
Zeus, Oh no, go on. Sorry.
No, go ahead, go ahead.
Oh no, I was going to read something from the chat room, but go
Oh
on.
no, yeah, please do.
Oh well, no. YYH has a question for Zeus. Which Lucha Underground luchadors have you not met?
It's amazing because I made a list, because I had that list of people who I was trying to do all the art for. Remember I was showing you
Yeah,
guys, how I was checking.
yeah.
I had a checklist.
Mhm.
And I went ahead and I changed that to the people from Lucha Underground that I have met. And it turns out I met 21 people. Okay, 21 people total from Lucha Underground, and just
Nice.
in no particular order. Taya, Johnny Mundo, Pentagon, Mel Muertes, Phoenix, The Mac, Chavo Jr., Vampiro, PJ Black, Son of Havoc, Killshot, Katrina, Matt Stryker, Prince Puma, Marty the Moth, Jake Strong, Vibora, Cobra Moon, Cross the White Rabbit, Evilise, and Melissa Santos.
That's an all-star lineup right there.
Yeah. So I mean it is, it's pretty amazing to think of how many people that from Lucha Underground, from West Coast Lucha Underground, that I've gotten to meet here in North Carolina.
That was
YYH,
awesome.
YYH also had another question. How do we ask for selfies, autographs at shows? Do we queue up? Do we pay? I think that depends from show to show, doesn't
Yeah,
it?
it's all based on show to show. Yeah.
And wrestler to wrestler in a way.
Yeah, and most of them have prices out. And like I said, the only confusing thing from WrestleCade is, when you've got, somebody like Joe's Towing or whatever has brought, some of these guys in, and then, they're taking the money, and it's kind of annoying. Like I said, when you got some schmuck in a flannel shirt,
Yeah.
asking you for your money when you're trying to talk to a legend of Lucha Libre.
Isn't there like
You
a
know.
prepay system going on now? There's like a prepay thing going on too, right?
They do. You can get most people you can get through the Eventbrite thing beforehand. And like I said, I wished I'd have done that this year and last year, to be honest. Because even though, like, if you save most of it, you're going to save at least $5 per person. Okay.
Yeah, shit adds up.
Right, and exactly. So if you're going to meet 10 people and you save $5, well, then you've saved $50.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, well, you could have, I wished I'd have gone and met Harley Race. I wished I'd have paid for that ahead of time. So, but he had a really long line the whole time.
Right.
That was really cool to see him and the current NWA World Champion Nick Aldis together. That was a cool thing.
That's cool.
Wow, the special effects on this movie is absolutely horrible. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, but so when you're like at a lot of these smaller shows, like AML, like every wrestler has a merchandise table. And like before their match, before the shows, they're out there selling their stuff. And then most of them will go in and, be in the locker room until their match. And then after their match, they'll get, cleaned up or whatever, and then come out and sell more merchandise after that.
That's cool.
Yeah. And I think, like I said, the amount of money that in ticket sales, it just is not that high for some of these shows. And I think some of the ways that they kind of balance out maybe maybe paying some of these wrestlers a little less, is that, that ability to sit there and, rake in, I've seen guys, raking in just, hand over fist money for a meet and greet and then selling merchandise after. So,
well, I think it's good that they keep the ticket prices lower in the shows. So, so this way you can continue to go to show to show to show to show. Like
right.
like you were saying, the Ring of Honor show and the AML show in the same week for you. All right, over there. So, like, if you had the money, it's not that expensive to go to those shows. As if you want to go to a WWE show, drop $300.
Right. And actually, on January 5th, the SmackDown roster is having a house show in Greensboro.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
There you go.
And tickets start at $15.
Yeah.
But that's nosebleed for, the Greensboro Coliseum. So,
Or standing room only, probably.
I don't think it's quite that popular because, like, even the Starcade.
That's brutal. I'd rather see Sharknado than SmackDown.
Well, I mean, it's they only had like 10,000 at the Starcade house show last Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
And of course,
I'd like to see Becky Lynch. I would like to see Becky Lynch.
Yeah.
But other than that, there's anybody else.
I'd like to see Asuka, but
Yeah.
Yeah, Oscar and Charlotte are cool, but like, do I really need to see Daniel Bryan again? No, I mean, he was better in the Ring of Honor, if you ask me,
Yeah, well, I mean, he's almost ended his own life,
Yeah.
what he's been doing. Flowsmaker says that Rock and Roll Express were known for selling autographed, torn off pieces of their hotel pillowcases. Hey, look, man, Ricky Morton had a lot of child support to pay. Okay.
Didn't one of his ex-wives take him to the cleaners? Yeah, right, because they took the house, everything, right?
Yeah, like he's gone through so many things. I've heard stories of, where he was like living with a friend in a mobile home park and, just trying to like get rides to shows with Robert so he could make some money without, giving it all to the, without giving it all up to the child support. Cause
that's sad, man.
Yeah.
That's actually sad.
Yeah. Now that was like close to like 10 years ago. And from what I understand, he's gotten a lot of things straightened out. And I think that,
if anybody needs a WWE Legends contract, it's him. Jesus.
Well, he did get it when they put him in the Hall of
Fame. Yeah.
Yeah. And so.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
But you see other wrestlers doing so well, and then you see other wrestlers who are just like down in their luck. And I don't even, it's actually a shame that happens, because they put their body on the line for us, and they end up getting kicked to the curb, and it's sad.
And that's the whole thing. It's like you have to kind of, you got to kind of figure out what your career is for the long term, and when you look at like, because I think what helped Ricky, been, help to a lot of, these wrestlers is, being a good coach and opening a school and really, caring about guys. Cause I mean, I've heard a lot of good things about that school of Morton.
Mm.
And, and then, there's, George South is kind of the same way. I think he's one of the trainers for the AML wrestling school. Cause they got like a big warehouse that they've converted. So, and then like, if you don't have your head on straight, from, when you turn about 30, then, you really gotta think about your, where you're going.
Yeah.
I saw somebody saying, one wrestler saying they told their dad that, they weren't worried about, the long term. And, what was going to happen tomorrow. And it's like, well, that's because you're young and you're not older yet, but when when you build up these injuries and it all comes catching up to you when you're in your, late 30s and early 40s, then where are you? So, Yiki-kun, it is okay to buy whatever you want. Some people I just said hello to, sometimes you just walk up and that's the whole thing is, you can just, I spoke briefly to Rob Van Dam, cause I was out of cash. But but I'd gotten a great, photo with him, almost 20 years ago. But yeah, it's, a lot of people, you can just walk up to and say a few nice things to. And, a lot of people have, merchandise that's, for $5-10 and up. There's just a little something for everybody. And
oh yeah,
and especially when you see people with kids, you see a lot of parents and kids, and I tell you, over 120 wrestlers.
Well, hold on one second, Zeus. Double Y, Double H. Do not go to any after parties. Trust me.
No,
okay, go ahead.
Don't do that.
No, do not do that. Trust me. Go ahead.
But when you have all these people who are being legitimately nice, and on their best behavior and everything like that, it's a great situation, and it takes a special kind of asshole to make you feel like shit in a setting like that, because it's not, because it's kind of when you're, when you're, like if you did something stupid, like go to an after party or, go to a hotel or, something like that. I mean, you're really asking for the worst part of,
everything. Yeah, it's ugly. It's ugly. It will break all your kind of perception of it. It will ruin the experience for you. Trust me.
Yeah. You want to, and I mean, it's been a long time since I met somebody who was an asshole, but it does happen. It usually does happen away from.
I mean, I've been in a bar where like the wrestlers come after the show, and you know what? I just happen to be in the same bar they're at, and I was at the show. I'm like, hey guys, good show. They buy a round of drinks or whatever. Cool, because I've done that a few times. But the after parties, it will ruin your perception. You do not want to see the wrestlers in that kind of light, and it's like Zeus said, the amount of assholes who show up there, not good.
Yeah, and when alcohol and drugs are introduced into a situation like that, it's not good. And there's I don't know if you guys ever heard of this dude named Paro, the wrestler.
Who?
Paro, Parrow. He's this big beard dude. Looks like kind of like a big, well-groomed Viking. But he tweeted out, he's like, I don't like other wrestlers referring to fans as marks. He's like, they're our customers, and I don't think that's a smart way to do business in this day and age.
And and all the women are rats and smarks. That's it. And and to answer your question, Double Y, Double H, you don't go to after parties. It's because you see the worst in people come out. They're assholes there who are trying to get something from the wrestlers. There are assholes there who only want to harm the wrestlers. There are some wrestlers who just, like all their demons has come out in the after party, and it's not nice. In the real world, there are such things as drug addicts and pedophiles and rapists and shit like that.
Yeah.
It's sad, but it's true. And a few of them are wrestlers. You don't want to go see that. It will ruin your perception. You don't want to go be a part of that lifestyle. Trust me, it's not a good look. I'm sorry,
Right.
go ahead.
No, but I mean, I think I understood his point of saying is like, from where the term comes from. I know we're markout mania, and it's just, what he was saying is that he doesn't, no matter what the terminology is, wrestlers shouldn't treat fans like we're marks, like we're a real mark, like we're a sucker.
Exactly.
Right.
No matter what the word is,
because I don't have to pay. None of us have to pay our hard-earned dollars to come see you.
Right.
You easily go see somebody else.
Oh my goodness.
And here's a good one from Zero saying, rest assured, Marty Jannetty will be there.
Marty Jannetty will be there. He'll be asking, is it okay if he sleeps with this girl who he thought was his daughter for most of her life?
No, it's some bad stuff. It's some bad stuff. Yeah,
Did y'all ever see that deal?
Yes.
Oh yeah, double wide relationship, many drugs, much alcohol there. Yeah.
That was some really cringy stuff. That might have been one of the cringiest things of wrestling in 2018. I mean, oh my gosh!
Like
Marty Jannetty? Yeah.
That deal where he found out this girl wasn't his daughter, but he's like sort of had a father-daughter relationship with her.
Yeah.
He's like, I kind of want to get with her, but
that's sad.
It was like, oh God.
That's when you know your brain is fried. She's my daughter. She's not my daughter, but you know what? I might want to hit it anyway. No, that's not a good word. No. I got 2 words for you. N-O. That's it. What's wrong with people?
Oh my goodness.
But there's a shady side to everything in life, but just like Zeus was saying, you never want to treat the fans like that. Yeah, all of us can easily go somewhere else and give somebody else our money, very easily.
Yeah.
And there are very few people who can actually demean the fans and give, I give you a perfect example. Even though he shits on the fans, all of us will still pay to go see him. That's New Jack.
Right.
Okay. I've seen New Jack verbally shit on a female fan, like totally demeanor, and she had the biggest smile on her face, and he was dead serious.
Wow.
He's like, and the shit that was coming out of his mouth was brutal. Even made me blush, and I got a mouth. It was brutal. So, they you should never treat your fans like that. Never.
Right.
Never.
Right. I agree. And
Yeah, Pete, yeah.
I've been laughing about Meep's comment.
Yeah, I know. I party with New Jack. Yeah, I thought the same team until I seen him do it. I was like, nah, I'm good. I'd rather drink beer with the Sandman at the bar. No thanks, I'm good. I don't need to be witness to an underage orgy. Okay, this is not R. Kelly style right now. No. Okay.
Oh my God, R. Kelly style.
No,
wasn't that funny listening to Sandman in that ECW retrospective?
Yeah.
When he says when he's like, yeah, I got 2 kids in the softball finals, and I'm not really here, and it's like, wow, he's being a responsible parent. He's agonizing over the fact that he's not with his kids right now. I'm like,
I know it's strange to see that. Believe me.
They're saying that maybe next year they're going to do
I hope that'd be kind of cool.
Yeah,
I'm still pissed. I missed this ECW retrospective at WrestleCade.
Oh, dude.
I'm so pissed. I missed WrestleCade. As a matter of fact, I'm getting my revenge this weekend, only because of all the family members that I had to not go to WrestleCade because I had to go to New York for Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
They're going to be here for Christmas, and I'm going
Oh.
to get in, and I'm going to get in their ass because I miss WrestleCade. I'm going to say, it's your fault, you fat whore. It's your fault, you old
Oh,
man.
my
It's
goodness.
your fault, you dirty bastard. That I
Calm
miss
down.
WrestleCade. That
Calm
I miss
down,
hanging out
James.
with Zeus, going down to fucking Charlotte and North Carolina
James,
and
calm
Bear
down.
Country. Woo! I would have been in full horse in the country for the first time of my life. And I'm missing it to eat a drumstick with you fat fucks? No.
Think of your ticker, James. Calm down.
Sorry.
I
my
saw
bad.
when I saw that the thing where you could where you could get your picture taken wearing one of Flair's robes. I was like, I could just see James standing there wearing the robe.
Yeah, I would have won. Yeah, I remember when I went to WCW Nitro Grill in Vegas. Okay, I mean that was a long time ago. Okay, because they had Flair robes, they had all the old school belts. I was taking pictures with the belts. I had wrestling boots in my hand. I had robes in my hand. I had a mask in my hand. They'll let you do anything over there. But I was over 20 years ago. I mean, that place is long gone.
Yuki-kun asks, how do you know when wrestlers are treating you like smarks? Yeah,
it's their verbiage. It's their verbiage.
It's their verbiage. It's their body language.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if they're not looking at you in your eye when you're talking to them, and they're not being sincere, then they don't think you're a real person.
Yeah,
I mean, it's pretty simple. And I'm glad to say I haven't seen a lot of that. I have seen some of it, but not as not. I say that back in the day, it was a lot more like that. I think more than
it was a free fall back in the day.
Yeah, but
more now because I think now because all eyes are on everybody, and you have cell phone cameras, and everything's recorded and uploaded. Everybody's on their P's and Q's a little bit more.
Wow.
It's in a much controlled environment these days too.
Yeah, Meek's kind of blowing my mind on the chat. He said he had a friend barbecue with Caleb Connolly at a promoter's house, and that he nearly took Pat Patterson out for dinner.
Whoa, Meek.
That's scary.
That's a little scary.
Not the barbecue.
He would have bladed himself and let you suck the blood off his forehead.
No. No. Hey, no.
Well, welcome to the Legends of Kayfabe.
Yeah. Legends of Kayfabe. Oh my God.
We haven't had a good pre-show story in a while, so.
Yeah, please, yeah.
I want to mention something real fast. I want to do a shout out to Bye Lucha because I've been a friend of mine and I've been watching all these All Japan Women Classics.
Oh yeah.
And Bye Lucha will go on those threads and he'll drop all this information, like things we're missing, or he'll translate various parts of promos and so forth. So I just want to give a quick shout out to Bye Lucha for all the awesome information he's been dropping in those things, and just for generally being awesome.
Yes, he is generally awesome.
He's awesome. He's amazing. He's Bye Lucha. He's awesome and amazing. That's it.
That's another thing too. That when Bean drew his rendition of Luch, I thought that was pretty cool too, because it's like that was based on my drawing.
I was just about to say, yeah, he based it off your rendition of Lucha. That came out kind of hot. So it's like,
so it's like when another artist draws one of your characters for you, it's a pretty cool thing to see.
That's awesome. Yes. Yeah, that's kind of cool. I mean, hey, I told you, because if he drew me with a bald head, I almost shaved my hair because that shit looked hot. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna get my Captain Picard shirt out of the closet, throw it on. And, I'm gonna shave my head and throw my sunglasses. Phaser set the stun, make it so. I was gonna mark out by myself.
I made Bean's art of me. I made like my avatar and most of my things. I haven't made it here yet.
That was cool.
I haven't messed with it here yet. But
yeah, I put mine as my background. Did I tell you guys when I was at WrestleCade, Marty asked me about my avatar? Did I tell you about that?
I think you mentioned that once, but share it again, please.
Well, I mean, he was like going, what the? He's like, what is your, what is it? And I actually have the photos. How I made it in the progress. So I need to share that. I was just remembering that. But yes, we have such a fun group of different people, with Heather and Melissa and Meef and all you guys.
Everybody.
Yeah, I mean, we got a great little group. And, people are on. I see. It's like every time I turn around, that it's like somebody's got a new podcast, and and it's like, I'm just kind of glad this. We're just kind of like, three people just talking and sharing and stuff. So many people are trying so hard to be like, a podcast that that they're gonna.
I want to be this guy, or I want to be that guy. No.
Or it's like,
that's what makes our podcast so cool.
Yeah,
it's because like any one of us in the chat can all do it because it's the same thing. Because all of us are the same, we are just having a conversation with people in the chat. Well, only because all of us can't get together in real life, so this is how we do it. So it's all the cool people, it's like you mentioned, it's Melissa, it's Heather, it's Angie, it's me, it's Zero's our hero, it's Flus, it's J-Bone, and of course it's Lucha, and of course the incredible, the Shaolin Master Shaw brother Professor, double Y, double H.
This is why
it's all good.
This is why we. This is why we have all of our friends as our guests.
Yeah, because all of us get a chance to hang out together,
Yeah, I was gonna say 2 of the people in the chat room have been on the show.
Yeah. I mean,
we need to have Meef on because because Meef goes on. Meef goes on. He goes on the MMM show, and they poop on him.
Right.
I know that's the gimmick, but still, I mean, we should definitely, that's definitely got to be a goal for early 2019. Let's definitely have
I think
a
Meef needs to come on Markout Mania.
Yes. Meef, we need you on the Markout Mania.
Yeah.
Yeah, Meef, if you will honor us, we would be glad to have you.
You and I could go back and forth about Luga, Meef. How about that? Okay, buddy?
Yeah. So it's been a fun day.
Oh yeah.
Definitely wishing everyone a very Merry Christmas.
Yes. Merry Christmas to everyone.
Very Merry Christmas to everyone. Enjoy this weekend. Enjoy your time with your family and friends. Eat, drink, be merry, be safe. Have a blast. Enjoy the Christmas. And thank you once again to everyone who listens and to everyone who hangs out in the chat for actually making 2018 the year to mark out.
That's right.
Woo! Woo! Jingle bells, Batman smells, Robin laid an egg. The Batmobile lost his will and Joker got away. Hey, all right.
Yeah.
I'm smoking too much crack. You can see that, right?
No. Stay out of my crack stash.
I'm doing the New Jack style. Yeah.
So, yeah, we will see y'all next time. Thanks, everyone, for joining us. And I don't know what we'll do next time. We'll figure that out.
We'll figure it out.
That's how we do.
We have to survive the week. We have to survive the holidays, and then we'll
maybe we can do a year in review or something.
Yeah. Yeah.
We'll see. We'll see.
Or still cage match against your family members who you want to get the hell out of your house. That, you know.
Yes.
Hey, we're gonna need the camera. You turn your camera on for that one, James.
Yeah, I'll do it. I said, okay, it's December 26th now. Get the hell out. You know? Stop drinking my beer and eating my pizza, you saucy bastard. Okay. Sorry.
It's all good, James.
That's what happens when you spend 2 days in the hospital. You know, you go a little nuts.
Oh my goodness. Yes, everyone, Merry Christmas. Continued good health to James and to everyone else. Be safe. Have good times though, and we'll see y'all next time. And
yes, next Saturday. Yes.
See you
later. Peace.